Hey there everyone, this is Michael Dougal, your Greater Toronto Area real estate resource, sharing with you the most up-to-date numbers. And in this video, we're going to dive deep into specifically what's happened during the month of December 2023 in Toronto and the surrounding areas throughout the GTA. Some of the biggest talking points are the fact that the number of sales in 2023 is actually the lowest it's been in over 20 years. And many of the listings that you see up for sale in this market are having to go through several price corrections before actually being sold. However, I'm going to show you the latest numbers that were reported from the MLS so you can make an informed decision whether you are a buyer or a seller. And if you are considering buying or selling, call me. And if you're an ambitious real estate agent looking to produce bigger in 2024, make sure to contact me to learn more about eXp Realty. And I first want to draw your attention to this chart over here, where what we're looking at is a month-by-month breakdown of some of the important numbers, being the number of sales, active listings, months of inventory, average price, and days on market. December reported 3,444 sales. This is typically a low number compared to the 10-year average. However, the number is higher than what it was in December 2022. Of course, typically what happens in December, there's less people in the marketplace, both buyers and sellers, as they're winding down for the holiday season. They likely take their listing off the market, which contributes to a lower number of active listings for sale. And so there's nothing too surprising about this number here, the number of sales. However, what is surprising is the number of active listings that were reported in December. And that number takes into consideration the number of active listings at the beginning of the month. Of course, listings that were sold, taken off the market, as well as new listings that were put on the market. And what we had noticed was that it's not as if there was so many listings selling, but a lot of these home sellers actually decided to take their listing off the market. The number being very low, only 10,370. That's almost a 50% decrease in the number of active listings that were for sale. So what this should mean is that more listings would be coming back to the market within the next few months. But more importantly, this could actually lead to having higher prices in the short term. Because of the fact that we don't have as much supply as we did back a few months ago, the demand seems to be driving back into the market. And from what I'm seeing, being in the market every single day, is that multiple offers, they are happening here or there. If you list your property and it's in a high demand area, there's not much supply, and the price is below $1 million, it's not unusual to see multiple offers on that property and it's selling over asking price. And the general health of the market, how we gauge it as a real estate agent, is the months of inventory, which takes into account the number of sales and active listings. And if you look at the number of active listings, we can see just over 10,000, number of sales about 3,500. And as a real estate professional, one of the ways that we gauge whether we're in a balanced market, a buyer's market, or a seller's market is looking at this number here, MOI, which reflects the months of inventory. And this takes into account the number of listings and the number of sales that take place each month. And so if we have a lot of listings, yet we don't have many sales, that would mean a higher months of inventory, meaning it's a buyer's market, simply because of the fact that it's going to take longer to sell the existing listing supply. And interestingly enough, this number actually did go down compared to the past couple of months. It's only 3.01, which means that the market is more advantageous for sellers than it was back in November, when the number was 3.96, October and September. Again, these are some indicators that we could be in a shifting market and the prices could be coming up, because this is typically what happens around this time of the year. The average sale price that was reported from the MLS in the Greater Toronto Area during the month of December was $1,080,000. The number was also $1,080,000 in November, and the average price was slightly higher in October and September. We can see here hovering between 1.12 and 1.13. And clearly we have no proof whatsoever that the market is anywhere near as bad as you may be hearing in the media or by the so-called experts out there, because we can see the average price reported was actually higher than what it was back in December 2022. The average price back then was $1,050,000. Now we're up $30,000 more. However, it is worth pointing out that listings are taking longer to sell now. They're taking 32 days on average. So this is the highest number that we've seen over the past 12 months. Back December 2022, yes, the average price was lower, but listings were selling at a faster pace in only 27 days. In November, it was 25 days. So this number of 32 is actually unusually high, probably the highest that we've seen in 4 to 5 years. Sellers need to be used to the fact that they should be listing their property. They may have to wait several weeks until they find the right buyer for their home. And here's how the average price has changed across different property style. Detached properties, they've gone up by 2.5%. We're comparing December 2022 2023 to December 2022, the semi-detached homes went up by 1.7%. Townhouses, they've gone up by 5.5%. Condo apartments have gone down by 3.1%. And this is interesting because I've been licensed almost 11 years, and what we usually see is that the average price is not balanced throughout all property styles. It's like sometimes the detached homes have gone up by 10%, but condos have gone down by 5%. Whereas now what we can see is that it's fairly even across the board. Of course, there is a difference between townhouses going up 5.5% and condos down by 3.1%, but it's not as significant as we're used to seeing. And I'm seeing the biggest buying opportunities right now in condos, specifically downtown condos. There's an oversupply in a lot of areas, and we're also expecting a lot of pre-construction condos to be hitting the market. And also what I'm seeing is that investor demand is far lower than typically, probably because of the economy and because of the interest rates. So what happens is if we have less investors purchasing, likely there will be more listings on the market, and I am expecting condo prices to dip even further through the next several months. And here's how the average price has changed throughout the past 5 years. We're specifically looking at the month December. So December 2023, the average price reported was $1,085,000. In December 2022, the average price that was reported was $1,051,000. In 2021, that's of course when the prices were the highest, looking at the month of December, $1,158,000. And before that, the average property was not even selling over $1 million. In December 2020, the average price reported across all sales was $932,000. And in December 2019, the average price reported across all sales was $839,000. And as the saying goes, don't wait until you buy real estate and then wait, because of the fact that most likely prices will be going up, especially if you're willing to hold on to your property 3 to 5 years or preferably longer. If you did find this information informative, I would love your support. Consider subscribing, drop a like, and drop a comment. I want to know your thoughts about this information. If you have any market predictions, you're welcome to share your predictions as well in the comments section below. If you are considering buying or selling, make sure to call me. My customers are guaranteed to get excellent service. And if you're a real estate agent that's looking for something new in 2024, perhaps you want to learn how to generate leads in a more efficient fashion. Perhaps if you need better support, if you need better coaching, training, mentorship, or if you're looking to be an entrepreneur like I've been able to do thanks to this wonderful company, eXp Realty, make sure to reach out to me to learn more about exactly what's offered. I'm more than happy to speak to you, and you'll be surprised to learn I'm not as busy as you may think, and I look forward to seeing you next time.